Here I am again, Father Blaine Burkey at Denver St. Francis Friary. Ever since March the 30th, 2020, a month into the pandemic, many of us Capuchins have been coming to you over 1,000 times already and saying, "Good morning, good people." Father Brandon Berg actually shouts it out. Managers of the project keep telling us St. Francis often used the words, "Good morning, good people." And every time I've seen it, I wondered where they got it. I'd not seen it in the early sources. I finally went exploring and found the best document is at the entrance to the little town of Poggio Bastone in the Rieti Basin, 50 miles south of Assisi. In 1208, close to the beginning of his conversion, Francis went there to get away from his father, who was upset with his using family funds to help the poor. The document's not written on paper. Oral history enshrines it in a Gothic arch they call the Buongiorno Arch. Villagers put it there to commemorate Francis's first visit. And every October the 4th, a drummer reenacts it, going through the streets shouting, "Good morning, good people." Francis returned often to Poggio Bastone and other nearby Franciscan heritage sites. At Poggio Bastone, he is said to have started the first fraternity of the secular Franciscans and to have received confirmation from the Archangel Gabriel that the sins of his youth had been forgiven. At La Foresta, he is remembered for the miracle of the grapes. A crowd came to listen to him preach and damaged his host's vineyard. Francis told him not to worry. He would have plenty wine come harvest. They picked fewer grapes that year, but the wine yield was several times the normal. Local people also claimed Francis wrote the opening parts of the Canticle of Creatures at La Foresta. At Fonte Colombo in 2023, Francis wrote the third and definitive rule which Pope Honorius approved that year. And at Greccio that same year, Francis organized the first Christmas crib. Presently, the entire Franciscan family has been engaged in a 4-year-long celebration of 5 800th anniversaries. In 2023, of the approval of the Rule of St. Francis and the Greccio Christmas. In 2024, of the Stigmata at Livorno. This year, the Canticle of Creatures, and next year, Francis's death. 3 of these fine events happened in the beautiful Poggio Bastone area. Now, I want to let you in on a secret. It's not a well-guarded secret. It's all over the internet, but it is something that in my 68 years as a professed Franciscan friar, and after having been to Assisi twice, I never heard of it till I started research for today's visit. Pilgrims to Francis's tomb in Assisi have available a well-developed 350-mile-long Camino de San Francisco of hiking and bike trails and rest stops stretching from Florence in the north and from Rome in the south. And the trails visit Franciscan sanctuaries at every place I've mentioned today. Many of my friar acquaintances have made the Camino to St. James's tomb in Compostela in Spain, some more than once. But I don't know a single one that ever mentioned Italy's Camino, La Via de Francesco. At 89, I don't expect to personally use my new knowledge. I walk across the parking lot to our offices, and it's a Camino for me. But I thought you might like to know what's available in Italy and on the internet. Meanwhile, I'll keep visiting you to let you know you're in our prayers, and we appreciate being in yours. Good morning, good people.